Hi YouTube, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today's topic is sologamy. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that. If you are not familiar with that, that is the practice of marrying yourself. Typically, when some women reach a certain age, they haven't been married yet, they go ahead and spend the money to have a wedding, but without the groom. And this isn't a judgment piece. It's just since I'm a marriage type of platform, marriage relationships, traditional minded woman, I think at the end of the day, most women want marriage. A lot of women, okay, let me say it like this. A lot of women, they want the wedding, but they don't want what goes on after the wedding. They don't really want the marriage aspect of it. They say they do, but the mere fact that you have some women marrying themselves, it lets you know that it's just innately in us to want, like I said, the wedding and hopefully marriage or whatever. And as I've said in other videos, I believe that a lot of Black women are not honest with themselves when it comes to the ideal of marriage, the subject of marriage, because when you visit um, forums like on Facebook or forums geared towards Black women, and the marriage topic comes up, you see all kinds of marriage is not a goal, only basic itches want marriage. I'm not pressed to be married. I want my bag. You're a pick me. You're male identified. Whatever insult that they can come up with. And it's always, when I used to visit this one site years ago, every time the marriage topic came up, it was always the same women flying in there on their brooms talking about how they weren't pressed to be married and didn't want to be married and all of that stuff. And I think one reason, I think the reason why it's such a sore topic for so many Black women because they're not honest about it. So here you have this thing called sologamy. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I'm going to tell you about two women that married themselves. Now, I remember there was this it was on like Inside Edition or something like that. This was like the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't remember her name or anything. I would love to know where she is now. But she married herself. She had the wedding dress, she might have had the bridesmaids, the cake, everything. So you had a woman that was on, and these two women are Black women, and the one from the 90s was a Black woman, but I believe white, other race women have done this as well. They make it to a certain age. I don't have a groom. No man wants to marry me, so I'm going to marry myself. So anyway, so you had this lady named Danny. I don't have her last name. And December 10th, 2022, she spent $4,000, had a wedding, had 9 bridesmaids, and everything. Another lady named Yasmin Elaby, 40. I'm not sure. I think she married herself in 2015. So again, not a judgment piece, other than I do believe that women need to be more honest about wanting marriage, because that would just save so much heartache later in life if women got out of their, stop listening to like other women, because I did a video some time ago that Black women shame other Black women for wanting marriage. You have a lot of young Black women in particular, which is why I do this platform, that are in the middle. In their mind, they want marriage, but then they're listening to their mother, even their grandmother, their older sister, older aunts in their families, women who never got married, telling them, don't worry about marriage right now, get your bag, get your education, don't worry about these bummy men and blah blah blah. Instead of trying to tell these women or help guide these women in how to pick a proper man, they discourage them from men altogether. And what happens with that is a lot of them are not being discouraged from men. They're still sleeping with these men and all of that type of stuff. And a lot of cases, they're ending up with children and ended up being single mothers because no one is trying to teach them how to vet properly. And I keep saying that I'm going to do a video and try to help young ladies in how to, vet when it comes to, getting a husband and stuff like that. So because I realize a lot of women, you had a mother that was a single mother or whatever, and she can't help you to be a wife because she wasn't a wife, things like that. So the topic today, sologamy, is just a quick, video of women who marry themselves. And again, at the end of the day, most women, and you have some women who genuinely, I mean, literally, genuinely do not want to be married, never wanted to be married, or just gave up and they really don't care. But that's not the majority of women. It really isn't. And at the end of the day, most women want to be that fairy, not fairy, but that princess on her special day. It's just something about being a bride and having all of um, the attention on you and picking out your cake and looking up into your groom's face. And most women want that. But Black women try to convince themselves that they're not pressed for it until they are pressed for it. So this is why I try to talk to you young ladies, younger ladies, and I'm sounding like a broken record. If you can get your husband at a younger age, that can save you so much heartache later in life. And I'm not saying just jump at any man, just jump at the first man. You still have to vet properly, and if you have a father in your life or an older brother or a man that's not interested in you in an intimate way, to help you vet these men. And most importantly, you have to use your women's intuition because your gut will never let you down. So that was my topic for today. Please check out my other videos before you subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.